Hello, I am Mudita, and this is my first tips and tricks video. We are jumping right into the middle/end game and covering what I think is the hardest part of aluminum and future recipes that have water as an output, and that's recycling. So for full disclosure, this is a save and experimental update 8 with pretty much all the advanced game settings on. I'm also using default recipes as an example to show how all this works. So here are my 5 tips and tricks for dealing with that water. Tip number 1, set up your pipes just like this. If you take anything away from this video, it's this. I've tried a lot of different ways to set up pipes. Having this layout has worked every time. Let me quickly explain the way this works. These 2 refineries right here each need 180 meters cubed per minute of water. This one is going to output 120 meters cubed. So we have a need of 360. We're getting 120 from there, so that means we need 240 meters cubed left. I have this one water extractor overclocked to 200% to put out exactly that 240 meters cubed per minute. This junction right here is the critical part. This is the recycled water coming from the last machine, and it needs to be this straight pipe. And I like to use buffers, and I'll explain that later. This pipe is the one coming from the water extractor. So the key is to use a pipeline junction vertically. The easiest way to do that is once you have your straight pipe and you have where you know the pipe is going to come in from. So for example, if the pipe was coming in between these 2 foundations, I'll place a pipeline junction across here. The reason for it is that will let me snap it to the exact spot, and if I roll my middle mouse button twice, it'll now rotate to the vertical orientation. I can now delete this. Once I grab the pipe, what you want to do is snap it to the top, and you want to drag it down as close as it will go. And what I like to do is switch this to the horizontal to vertical mode. And that is how you build the junction. Using this pipe layout, it'll prioritize the water that's being recycled over the water that's coming in from the water extractor. You do need the water extractor to be set at the exact amount that you need. You do not need an extra valve limiting the water flow on this end. I do use one valve on this side to prevent any backflow that would prevent this refinery from continuously running. Depending on the order of things that got turned on, you may need to flush the fluid buffer once to get everything up and running, but once you flush it once, it should just run continuously. Tip number 2, utilize the small fluid buffers. The small ones are just fine. You don't need the big storage units in most cases. The reason I like to use them is the machines themselves only have an internal storage capacity of 50 meters cubed. The pipes themselves, depending on their length, have their own storage. Using the small fluid buffers will give you that extra little wiggle room that tends to smooth out the production line so that neither of the machines are stopping. Tip number 3, avoid using floor holes until they've been fixed. I absolutely love floor holes. I just wish that they worked a little bit more consistently. I've had more than a few issues where the only option was just to ignore the floor hole completely and have the pipes connect straight through the foundation. I still place the floor hole because I think it gives it a much better look, but sometimes you just gotta fake it to make it. So what I do, if this is the case, I will basically use, now the nice thing is if you're using horizontal to vertical, you have much more flexibility. Only one of them needs to be basically 2 meters away. That should be it, because I think, yeah, that's the center. There we go. So instead of connecting it there and then from there to there, well, that one doesn't work. But if I go from the bottom to here, it'll go right where the floor hole is. Now, obviously, you could do the opposite, place your pipe where you want it, and then just place the floor hole afterwards to make it, and just place it afterwards to give it the look that you're going for. Like I said, sometimes you just gotta fake it to make it, but this may save you some headaches as well. Tip number 4, get alt recipes and avoid recycling the water altogether. Even though this method works flawlessly, I actually prefer not to use it when I go to scale up my production for the end game needs. This is a fantastic method for my first aluminum factory, but when I gathered all 5,220 bauxite from the Red Forest and Jungle in my current save, I used alternate recipes. So unless you're planning on maxing out the aluminum in your save, I highly recommend using the sloppy alumina and pure aluminum ingot recipes. Together, these completely cut out silica from your entire production chain. Instead of recycling the water, I much prefer to input the entire water needs. So for this, it would be the full 360 meters cubed water, and then use that 120 meters cubed output with any of the pure ingot or wet concrete recipes. Depending on the location and what's available nearby and what future projects I plan on working on, I generally use either the wet concrete recipe to make a ton of concrete to utilize in, say for example, a heavy modular frame factory, or if I'm in the swamp, I may bring over the raw quartz that's nearby to create enough quartz crystal for a crystal oscillator factory. Tip number 5, remember to have fun. This is a fantastic game. I can't recommend it enough. There are so many ways to play and build your factories and just do whatever you want. I hope that you've taken away at least one thing that can save you some frustration and let you get back to building some awesome factories. If you have other methods that you love using, please let me know. I love learning more. Thanks for watching, Pioneers.